Now, there was a very special presentation a little earlier. Matt Dunn, the Surrey cricketer, tragically lost his daughter Florence. She was just 2 years old to a very rare condition called Dravet Syndrome. It's a form of epilepsy, and Matt has been raising some money to raise awareness and to help in research. And both teams have supported Matt today here at the Kier Oval. First Toby Rowland-Jones and then Rory Burns presenting him with commemorative caps. I'm delighted to say that Matt is alongside me, along with Galia Wilson, who's chair of the charity. Matt, it's great to have you along. Congratulations on what you've been doing. We're so sorry to hear about the loss of Florence. Just explain what you have been doing over the last few weeks, climaxing here at the Oval today.
Yeah, so it all started on the 1st of May. A team of about 280 runners formed through Tamara Ward, who set up 5K in May, 5K every day in May for Dravet, which have been running for 2 to 3 years now, which encompasses, as it says, every day in May, get out, run 5K, you can walk 5K, cover it however you can. So I started that with my two sister-in-laws, my wife and my brother, and it's been going well so far. And yeah, today we had the challenge. About 20 runners from the Dravet running group came and met us, along with about 10 of their friends and family who ran with me too. So we all met the Oval at Lord's earlier, and then travelled from Lord's to here. Managed to miss the rain, which was nice. And yeah, it was a nice day to come see the players. Everything the club's been doing to support me in raising the funds, raising awareness has been really fantastic. And yeah, to have that day today has been incredible.
Galia, could you just explain what Dravet syndrome is? Because it's a very rare and unknown condition, and not a lot is known about it. Would that be fair to say?
I would say, well, it's a rare condition, so maybe 1 in 15,000 live births in the UK. There's more being learnt about it. So it is a very severe kind of epilepsy, neurological condition. Very hard to control seizures start in the first year of life. And by hard to control, I mean they can last anything from 30 minutes up to 2 hours.
Wow.
Children are often intubated to control the seizures, and the impact on not only the child but the family is a devastating condition to manage. There's more being learnt about it. As I said, there's a lot of research being done. There's a couple of new treatments that have just come through in the last couple of years. And there's some gene therapy, which is just being trialled in the UK. So there's more being learnt about it, but there's lots and lots more that needs to be done. The diagnosis can be a problem. People can wait for quite a long time to get a diagnosis. And what diagnosis is so important, because the right treatments, the right rescue medicines to control those seizures, it's just all very, very important. So awareness is key.
Awareness is key. I mean, the money that needs to come in to actually do the research, but you're trying to make people aware of it. I mean, were you in any way, shape or form aware with it before Florence was diagnosed?
No, absolutely nothing. And epilepsy as a general, I knew absolutely nothing about. And then my wife and I, overnight, were just thrown into this completely new way of living. And it was, it was a huge shock in terms of, we essentially became and had to become medical experts overnight because of the awareness not being there. Every time we would phone the ambulance, have to be rushed to hospital, we'd be explaining to medical staff, ambulance crew, what it was our daughter has, and the rescue medications that worked for her, what didn't work for her. And that was pretty tough to have to suddenly have all that pressure on ourselves to do that. And it was the isolation and the anxiety of everyday living that was the toughest part, and that was one of the best things that came from getting involved with the charity and connecting with other families, because it's so rare. Not many people know what you're going through on a day-to-day basis, and through connecting with those families, I know for myself, and especially my wife, she made relationships and understandings with people that really got her through the toughest of times whilst Florence was here. And that's, for me, the biggest driver of the awareness, so that, people, for one, see what people are doing in isolation, what they're having to deal with day in, day out, because most of it is behind closed doors. For me personally, I would always come into cricket. I'd never quite open up to what I was actually going through at home. And part of what I'm trying to do now is open up to that, to just make people aware of the syndrome and what families are facing.
Well, the donation, you can make the donation via that GoFundMe.com, which is on your screen now. If you can help, please do. How pleased, dare I say, comforted have you been by the support from the charity and also the people that have been running kayaking with you to raise these funds and awareness?
It's been quite overwhelming, if I'm honest, and that came from the moment we lost Florence. The reaction within the Dravet community and the families that got in touch with us really pushed us to do what we're doing now, because, you know, so much of us knows the pain and the suffering they have, and for us to do our little part to help them is everything. And you know, the club have always been absolutely fantastic for me, and they've shown once again their support for me as just a human as well, and that means the most to me, because, you know, they've been there for me my whole career, and the guys in the change room are absolutely brilliant, and then tying it in with the community we have around us is really quite special.
Well, please accept our condolences, but congratulations on what you're doing. I hope you raise a lot of fund and awareness. Thank you very much for coming on. If you can help, please do. We hope to see Matt back on the cricket field soon. We'll be seeing some cricket after the break.